Hi folks, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. This is episode 33, and indeed the last episode of this particular beginner's guide series. Because if all is gone to plan, the day this video comes out is the day that 3.0 drops. So we've wanted to gather all the bits and pieces that we needed to do, and we wanted to go and actually complete this game before the world changes with the age of sorcery, and I start a new playthrough from scratch again. So we're starting off, we're wearing the Godbreaker armor that we learned in the Warmaker dungeon in the last episode. I crafted that up just to let you see it and see how damn ugly it is. It's a horrible looking armor. Stats wise, helmet gives you bonus grit. The chest plate gives you bonus armor. The gloves gives you bonus strength. The legs give you bonus agility, and the boots give you bonus encumbrance. So you could mix and match those pieces with other pieces to give you a perfect set. But of course, as of today, all those stats change with the new 3.0 upgrade, so it'll all be different. The other thing is I crafted the weapon, which is called the Blackheart Hammer. But the Blackheart Hammer is cursed, so if you watch the top left hand corner, if I equip it, we're going to start. Here we go. Okay, we're getting combated because we've got the dancer over there, but you can see that we're gaining corruption, and we've pretty much got full half corruption all straight away. Yeah, there we go. That is, let's take that off. Let's get our corruption cleansed, and take all this stuff off because we're not going to wear that. We'll put space in this one. Well, we're going to take this one because we're going to end the series as we started it, wearing our lovely light armor, and we'll drop that in there as well. Let's get kitted up. I was going to put armor reduction kits on that to reduce the weight, but since we're not actually going to wear it anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's drop it in there. Okay, so right, I need to get that corruption cleansed so I can start healing up. Come on. Yeah, so in this episode we're going to take our 6 artifacts that we've gained from the various dungeons over the course of the series, and we're going to take them to combine them together to craft the Keystone that we can then use to remove the ghost or the slave bracelet on our arm and be freed from the Exile Lands and essentially complete Conan Exiles. Something I've never done before ever, because when you do complete the game, that's it, your game is over, and you go back to the character creation screen essentially. But we're going to take our Heart of the Sands, the Witch Queen Mask, the Diadem of the Giant Kings, Tears of Two Races, the Star of the Champion from the Undead Dragon, and the latest one we got, the Shining Trapezohedron that we got in the volcano just 2 episodes ago. And we're going to head off. We'll say goodbye to everybody first. So of course we've got all our team of Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers: Sophie, Scott, Sydney, Steve, Simon, what else was around here? Sean and Sarah, that all helped us defend our first purge. And then we've got our first Delincia Snow Hunter that we got there, but then she got the bad perks, so we went and got another one. And she ended up with bad perks as well. However, she's got the Numidian helmet on it. She repairs my stuff for me, so we run over into Sepamaru and we pick a fight with people without her getting to do anything, and with the helmet on, and repairs all my items. There's another Sumerian Berserker and Leon, and then of course Beastmaster T-Moss that did a fantastic job in the Warmaker dungeon and actually defeated the arena champion in the last episode. We've got our various altars. Saber-toothed tiger we got from one of the cubs that we picked up in the Midnight Grove dungeon. The lion and the Jedi protector, the Yeti protector. There we go. Obsessed with Star Wars, me. Are from the Tricks and Tips videos and are not part of the series. There's Darth Maul, our first Greater Shaleback that did us such a great job back in the very starts down at Noob River. Of course, our horse, Berserker Bob. There, he's decked out in my old redeemed Silent Legion armour, and Luba that did a great job in the arena, keeping us cleansed of corruption as we fought our way through the arena to take on the Undead Dragon. So yeah, that's all our bits and bobs that we've done. But I'm not going to take anybody with me. We're just going to get on the horse and we're going to ride off. Oh, Undead Monstrosity, and of course there's that white up on the battlements as well that we did in the Witch Doctor feat. So where we need to go to is this bridge over here. So we need to ride through the desert to get there. But yeah, I mean, I'm a bit disappointed that we got so little warning for the 3.0 update. I think it was like 5 days in total. Because although we've done all the dungeons now to complete the game, there's still plenty of things to do in the game that we haven't done yet. And in particular, there are still 2 dungeons that we haven't really touched. We have been in the wine cellar just purely to get the Seth's Truncheon off of Seth the Drunk, the first boss. And we've grabbed some of the Relic Hunter treasure seekers out of the very next room. But you go down further into there and then you head down fighting more Relic Hunter treasure seekers, and then there's a bridge that you have to jump across, and then you move into like an undead area where you're fighting skeletons and wights and various undead mini bosses in there, which is it's interesting. It's quite tough. You can get caught up in places and get mobbed by a whole group. Let's go get past Rockslide. Oh, he is coming after us. We never fought Rockslide. But yeah, and then that undead area is a bit of a maze that we never. I'm never 100% sure how to get through the whole thing, but still coming. But you can kind of work your way through, and then you get to the last boss, and the last boss is a fantastic fight. It's one of the few bosses that has got proper tactics that are required to complete it. We never did the Dagon dungeon, so out in the jungle there is a boat that takes you to Dagon's dungeon, which first of all starts off as a overland bit, and then you jump into the water and you have to swim down into different buildings and complete the various mini bosses, and then you have to swim from one building to the next. So yeah, we never did that. There's quite a few things to learn down there. We never visited the den, which is just over there, where of course you learn my favourite dance in the game. And there is all the Jebel Sag sort of guys over in that area. Where are we now? Oh, we've passed it. We need to go back this way. Too much talking and not enough watching. Where else have we not been? We went up to the ship in order to get one of the broken pieces of the Scourge Stone in the jungle, but we never went to the Flotsam City. And it's possible to go, if you go up into the jungle early game and head into this, like these little flecks here, these things here, pretty much are sunken ships. And there's various sunken ships all around the water around here, with chests under the water that can give you random drops of gold and silver coins. And you can take those gold and silver coins to Flotsam, and there are merchants in Flotsam that will sell you a fighter. Right, that's where I need to go, up there. So that can actually be used as a way of getting your first actual thrall, is to collect the various gold coins and then head up in that direction and buy a thrall. You can also buy, what can you buy up there? Is it like scorpion eggs or sand reaver eggs and various things like that? There's creatures up there. In fact, in the den, there's somebody who will sell you rock nose eggs, and there's a way of turning your rock noses into gold and silver farms from the rock noses. We never went to the Black Galleon, so here, this stone outcrop here is a big stone. It looks like a big pirate ship, and that's full of mobs ready for taming, a bit like Sepa Maru, except they're aggressive mobs in there. Right, I'm going to leave you down here, and we're going to start climbing up here somewhere. So we never visited that either. That's a big location. Up in the Highlands, you've got New Asgard, this area here, which can be pretty tough in there, but there's a whole bunch of mobs in there that you can tame. And then there's kind of, I don't know if you would quite call them dungeons, but there are caves. So one of them is up here somewhere, around about here, and that's the child of, I think you would say child of Jill caves, but it's got the sort of bird bat creature type things that's where you go for the black blood. And there's mini bosses in there that will drop black blood tools, which are awesome tools, and creatures themselves will drop black blood, and black blood will become very important in Age of Sorcery, because that's one of the items that you'll need quite a lot of in order to learn the higher level spells as you work up your I'm going to get up here. As you work up the levels of the sorcery, some of them you're going to need black blood to complete. Up there. There's also the Scorpion Den, so just outside Sepa Maru, just down where the rhinos are, just sort of to the south of Sepa Maru, you've got the Silver Mine, which is an area that was added to the game. It's got a lot of silver rock outside and rock noses. But if you go into that mine, you can work your way down, and there's the Scorpion Den, where there's a big scorpion down there that will drop some nice goodies, including a nice shield. Well, it's actually a pretty ugly shield, but it's got decent stats on it. And the last one that I actually wanted to go to was the Zalthar's Refuge, which, where is that again? I've forgotten. I think it's either over here or over here somewhere. Can't quite remember exactly where it is. And that's where the... Oh, now I'm lost. Where's the... Get up here. This looks good. Yeah, it's the disciples of Zobek or Sobek, who are now where do I go? Okay. Ah, yeah. This is the right direction. I've come too high. Yeah, so they follow a religion of crocodiles, and in there is a guy who will have special Sobek armor, which is essentially white reptilian armor. So it looks an awful lot like the armor that when I got my epic reptilian armor and I dyed it white, it looks an awful lot like that. But there is actually a special set that you can get. There it is. Yep, there's a stone up here to look at. So yeah, and there's probably a few other places that I can't remember off the top of my head that we're not going to reach in this episode or this series, just because everything's going to change, and I just want to start, because I don't want the series to swap to the everything new with the new attribute system, the new follower system, part of the way through the series. So we're just going to finish this series off completely, and we'll start afresh on the 3.0 Age of Sorcery. A lot of it might be the same, so unfortunately it might be a bit repetitive, but hopefully we'll then be able to show you the new stuff, and also we will be able to do these things that we missed. And I don't know, they'll maybe add in bits, maybe hopefully get some new end game stuff, new dungeons. Can but hope. But here we go. This is the location we're looking for. What is it called? The Altar of Chaos Mouth. So this did we get an area popped up? We must have done. This is Chaos Mouth. Yeah. Up on top of here. Nice area. So we'll put in here. It doesn't even tell you what the recipe is. We'll put the 6 items in here. Oh, missed one. There we go. Oh, got the Star of the Champion back. There we go. The Keystone. The Keystone that unlocks the bracelet. Info on it. This Keystone, created through a ritual, contains the essence of the artefacts that were used to create the Slave Bracelets of the Giant Kings. It can be used to remove a slave bracelet from one who is exiled. This is an extremely powerful artifact and must be used with caution. Simply use the item to remove the bracelet. Warning: removing the bracelet will end the game and delete your character. So yeah, Star has gone. So yeah, that's it. We've done everything we needed to do. So the only thing left to do is to go use. Are you sure? Yes. And we should get a little cutscene. There we go. Anger walking up to the ghost wall. And through he goes, off into the desert. Gone. Oh, we flashed up there with a escape the Exile Lands, and now we're back at the character creation screen again. So that's the end of this series. Once more, I would like to thank everybody so much for watching. I started this series, as I've said before, just as a way of giving some info to some new players on a server I was playing on, and it just went leaps and bounds. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers now. There are thousands and thousands of views on the various videos, and I'd like to thank you all for watching and commenting and liking and coming along on the journey with me. And hopefully I will see you all very soon on the new 3.0 Age of Sorcery series. Thanks folks. See you later. Bye now.